Hello Cancer, welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading from the 6th of June right up to the 13th of June. If you want to know more about the Astroflower, please go down in the description below and you'll learn a lot more about the elements, the qualities and the petal system that we use. You'll also have your book in there, Cancer. And if you want to know more about the Astroflower, there's not a better way than getting the book. We here it's a system that we've been developing over the last 30 years. Let's just run it down for you quickly with the Astroflower reading and the Tarot reading. Here is your relationship side, your spiritual side, your energies. And this is your money, your finances, your business, your jobs. This is the karmic path. This is how the universe influences your karmic path. This is how your guides influence your karmic path. This is how the guides influence the conversation that is within you. And this is how you combine the two paths together in living in your here and now. And this is the energy that's running through you. We use the cards here as a clarification. We channel the energies that come through in the Astroflower. And then we use the cards to sort of give us that clarification. But just looking straight off the bat here, what you had last week you had the Queen of Cups here, and you had the Eight of Pentacles. So through your mastery, maybe you're going to be looking at investing in something or taking a new job. And in here is all about, was the Three of Cups last week, and now we've got the Six of Cups. So let's just get the message from this, the Six of Cups. I think it more weighs upon your relationship side more than anything else. It seems to be influencing that in a lot more of a way. Maybe connecting with old friends and old family members, or I don't think it's a partner as an old partner coming. It could well be for some of you. You know, obviously, we're all living different lives. The Astroflower here is trying to get the best out of life. That's the best thing about the Astroflower. It's not telling you what to do. It's telling you how to, what is the best way in which to go about whatever you're doing in your life. So here, I think it's more to do with your relationships, and it may be a case of being a little bit more sort of sentimental and trying to recultivate those sort of relationships that have maybe that you haven't seen people for a long time, and etc. Let's just see how the karmic path is influencing this. This is like the King of Pentacles. Yeah, your karmic path here is it's through your experiences and what you've accomplished already within your life, regardless of what it is. You can use that understanding and the understanding of the world around you in order to make or to help others or influence the relationships within your family, within your community, within your friends, within your couple. Help that you're going to be providing. It seems like it's a week of providing understanding. That's what it seems like. This week. Let's just see how the universe is trying to influence that karmic path. This is a bit more sort of subdued. I think the universe is sort of sticking out the way. Let's just get the message here. Sort of saying, you've got it, apparently. Last week you had the Queen of Wands there. And it was all about sort of like trying to get you passionate about the here and now. But it seems like the universe is sort of kind of going, it's almost sitting there sort of kind of going, okay, let's see what Cancer does. They've got everything at their disposal. They're feeling secure within themselves about it. Last week they were spreading that love out and they're getting the returns from that love. And now the universe is sort of like, the Ace of Swords. So yeah, definite victory is coming in here. And I think it's based upon how you've positioned yourself in regards to relationships that are around you. And this could be love relationships, this could be social relationships, this could be family relationships. And the universe is sort of saying, you've got this, you've got these victories, these are yours, you've owned it. You know, you've put the work in, you've built those relationships up, and you're maintaining them, and you're now in a position where you can feel comfortable enough to express your ideas to others that are around you without getting your head blown off. Let's just see how the guys are they're pushing out that way. So they're pulling you forward, basically, your guides here. Your relationships here, they're sort of saying, the things that you do today will not necessarily bring you fruits for some time. But you've got to do that work today, or you'll never get those fruits in the future. And they're sort of pushing you forward through that understanding and getting you out of your routine in a way, by the looks of things. So the Two of Wands, it's that preparing of that. They're looking forward. They're looking towards that journey, towards that expansive sort of ideas of relationships, of developing relationships and communities, by the looks of things, that are around you. And it really is pushing forward here, up into your consciousness. And it may be a week here where there's a lot of realizations for you, and that could be that learning factor of the King of Pentacles, of kind of saying, with that person there, in the past we've done this, we've done that, and this is what works and this is what didn't work. Therefore, in the future, we can do this. And it's planning those sort of journeys. And that maybe that Six of Cups comes into play there, of looking back over your relationships of the past. What am I talking about? You're in the last month before your birthday. Of course you are. Oh, blimey. Okay, so in the Astroflower, we go into rhythms in the Astroflower. And one of the rhythms is this 9-month rhythm, which is winter, spring, and summer. And then you have that 3 months of autumn. And you're in that 3 months of autumn. You're in that month before your birthday. So it is a reflection upon how you've lived your life spiritually, emotionally, energetically over the last year, and what you want to do in the future. And this is, I totally understand it now. I was struggling, to be honest, to sort of get what the messages were all on about, but they are really pushing you forward, and it's all about this week, next week, even the following week, even the next sort of 3 or 4 weeks, depending on when your birthday is. It's all about sort of like positioning yourself. So it's at the end of the year, it's doing the spring clean out, basically. That's what you're doing, or an autumn clean out, where you're cleaning out things that didn't really sort of serve you anything. And this is what the guys are trying to do. They're trying to push you into making decisions for future things, not necessarily putting them into place, because you shouldn't really start trying to put things into place till you've had your birthday. That's the way the rhythm goes and the energy goes. This one's playing into this as well. It's really pushing out as well towards the future. And there's nothing on the inside. It's all about you. It's really all about you. It's as if like sort of kind of when you are well, everybody else can be well. It's not when everybody else is good, I'm good. That doesn't work. And this is that's that voice that's going to keep going on at you, kind of going, is this good for you? Is this good for you? Is this good for you? That's what your guides are sort of trying to influence here. So they're trying to marry those sort of sides of the physical, the spiritual, and the mental side of things. And that's what that Emperor's card is connecting the moon and the earth, connecting the seasons, connecting the tides, connecting all the little dots that go together to make up a happiness and a beautiful life. So they're really pushing you on to building for a better future. And this, you might have realised this week here, you may have that realisation within you certainly on your spiritual sort of side, on your financial sort of side and your business side. And we're just going to go into that now. I think it should have, those sort of decisions about where you want to go for the next year, money-wise, job-wise, business, should all really start to be concrete within your spirit and concrete within your mind. It's going to have to take a leap of faith, and it might be this week here that you actually sort of, step in and actually start doing it, and actually, working out how you can put in place that business, or get that job, or get that pay rise, or that promotion. And it's coming from the depth of you, of what you want out of life. That's what it is. It's sort of saying, if you want that out of life, you're gonna, at some point, you're gonna have to go for it. That's what it's sort of saying. And it's almost, I think this week here, and it probably will be for next week as well, it's more a case of just confirming that more times within you, sort of saying, that's what I want out of life, that's what I want out of life, that's what I want out of life. And I think that will really kick in probably in the next sort of 2 or 3 weeks, but it seems to be much more confirming those sort of aspects, and it's coming from a real depth within you. Okay, let's just see how the universe is trying to influence that sort of side. It's very solid on the inside and fluffy on the out. So within the outside world, it's a little bit sort of like, it's not really like a bee can't really land on the edge of the petal, because on sunflowers, it might just fall off. It needs to go right into the heart of it. And it's like the petals are the delicate things on the outside, but the inside of the sunflower is where it's all happening. And this is what it seems like here. So it's you have the secrets of tomorrow. That's what it sort of says within you. So if you do want a particular type of job, if you do want a promotion or start a business, it's got to come from you. That's what it's sort of saying. And it's that realization. I think this is it. This is what I'm saying. I think there's going to be a lot of realizations this week of repeating to you, sort of kind of going, oh yeah, right, oh yeah, right, okay. So, the universe here is trying to make you realize to be your higher self within finances and stuff like that. Okay, here the guides here is a little bit different. They're actually going, it's coming from it, as it's coming from within you, they're pushing out into the outside world and trying to sort of saying, what about this? What about that? And then trying to, this is almost that they're taking the square block and they're trying to find the square hole of life. That's what it's sort of doing. So it's measuring up your ideas and your plans in the business and financial and money side of life, and just presenting them, and your guides are presenting them to life to see what actually works, so they can allow that through. Death and rebirth. This is the last bit, because this card here was up in petal 10 last week, and it's now moved down to here. So it's that realization that you're now on that path. And I think that's what comes through here. It is that realization, that's what you want. That's what you want. Very, very determined. There's no doubt about it. And it is trying to fit those things in with life around you, which is going to make you realize what you actually can do with what you want to do. Okay, this is the same thing. It's pushing outwards, although there's more consistency from the outside world. So maybe this is here is sort of saying, this guide here is, according to a karmic path, is finding out the square blocks that go in the square holes, and then they can give it to the next guy and say, this works, and they can then advise you. And this, it seems to come from you, sort of saying, where your guides are saying to the rest of the world around you, this is what Cancer wants, this is what Cancer wants, can I have that please? Bring that over here. So that they're actually calling things into you in a way, but they've got to go out to get it in a way. So, Strength card of knowing what you want. This is a really solid side, really, on your money side. But it is to do with, there is going to be this whole repetitive realization of what you want this week. It's very, very solid. In accordance to the past, of what you've lived in the past. This is that crux point, that Six of Cups in the middle there, the overall energy. And it's going to, when you realise what you want, it's very easy to get it, or it's much easier to get it. When you don't realise what you want, you're just going to be picking up things and trying it, and you're not going to get forward very quickly. But this week here, financially, it's realising what you want, knowing what you want, and then going out and getting it. As I say, I don't think it's necessarily going out there now and starting the business this week. It might be for some of you, but if I was to advise anybody like a Cancer, I would say wait for your birthday before you really start that road of actually putting your money down on the table. Now this is feeding back into you here. There is more, the energy is more on the inside than it is on the out, but this here is actually bringing it in. So this reflection or this retrospection that you're going through at the moment will bring in possibilities within your everyday life that is around you. Don't take second best. That's the sort of message that comes behind it. So feeling trapped, 8 of Swords. The feeling trapped aspect of it could be the fact that I want this, I want this, I want this, but it's not quite in the timing to actually do it on your financial and business side of life. So that may give you that sensation of feeling trapped. On your relationship side here is realizing of how you want the relationships to be in a physical sense of what you enjoy and what you didn't enjoy, and setting out and planning for that future, but not actually going anywhere yet. So I think this is more of a case here of the card here is sort of saying that is totally right. Your energy should be focused on yourself and you should not be moving anywhere at the moment. Don't make any drastic decisions this week, or don't enact drastic decisions this week. If I was you, if you do, you may find yourself a little bit hemmed in. So if I was you, I'd be a lot more relaxed about things and just observe and see what works on both sides of life. Because it's all been happening for you apparently over the last week or so. There's been real transitions, and now you want to see how the dust settles, basically. There you go, Cancer. I hope you did. I hope that does help you out and helps you get the best out of the next week, coming next week. If you want to be part of the Astroflower family, it's very, very easy. All you have to do is subscribe and click that bell. Apparently clicking the bell is really important. If you're already part of the Astroflower family, I thank you so much for your support that you give this channel. It's absolutely beautiful to see you doing it. It's really nice, really nice. And we see that as well on the Instagram as well. If you've got questions or anything, there is the comments down below. We do reply to everything that we can. Yeah, so in the meantime, Cancer, all there is left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun. Please do enjoy.